and welcome back to my channel and happy new year. I am so excited that it is a new year. I always just get really motivated and inspired around this time of year, and especially after this past year, which for me personally, and I'm sure for many other people as well, that was really just not my year, definitely not my best year. I just really feel like I haven't been myself for a while. I feel like I've been in a rut. I haven't been working on the things that I usually love to work on, like YouTube, which if you're subscribed, you probably know that I have definitely kind of fallen out of the habit of making videos, so that's something I really want to work on. And just with trying to get back into my groove, I feel like the place to start is with habits, just these small foundational things that can be building blocks for working on other goals and areas of my life. And so I figured I would share 5 habits that I have done in the past and I'm really wanting to revisit this year. I figured I would share those with you all today, and I tried my best to make these somewhat unique because I love journaling and meditating and doing yoga as much as the next person, but I know those have been talked a lot about already here on YouTube, so I try to think of some things that are maybe a little bit more unique that you haven't heard of yet. So if you want to see what those things are, then just keep on watching. So the first habit that I really want to implement more into my life again, and these are in no particular order, but since this one focuses around mornings, I figured I would start with it. And that is just to consume content in the morning that motivates you and inspires you. So I know many of us feel that urge to go scrolling on our phone first thing in the morning, but I urge you to kind of take another look at the content you're consuming in the morning, making sure it's things that really are going to put you in a really good mood and set you up for success throughout the rest of your day. So personally, I really love watching YouTube videos in the morning, but I like to watch from creators that I know are gonna motivate and inspire me and just all those good things. And then I also love to listen to podcasts. One of my favorite ones is by Kayla Nicholson, who's also a YouTuber. She's one of the best people to watch and listen to in the morning. You guys know I talk about her all the time. And another thing I've been doing more recently is listening to more music in the morning. I just never really used to do that, but listening to music in the morning has been such a great change recently. It just puts me in such a good mood, of course, and I like to do these things while I'm eating breakfast and while I'm getting ready, but you could also easily do this while you're driving or biking or something to work or to school. There's plenty of places in the morning that you can implement these things, and obviously if you don't want to consume any content, any online stuff at all in the morning, that's totally cool too, but that's what works for me. My second habit that I'm going to recommend to you all today, and if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I love this, and that is bullet journaling. So if you don't know what bullet journaling is, it is basically where you take a blank notebook and you design your own agenda and planner and whatever else you need. You draw it all out yourself. For me, I really love this because it's a great way for me to organize my life, to plan my life. I can use it to stay on top of my schoolwork, whatever events and stuff I have going on, my content, goals I want to achieve, anything like that. But it's also really fun because I just get to be creative, I get to doodle, I get to draw, I just get to let my imagination go. I don't really do a lot of visual art type things like that, and so bullet journaling is a great opportunity for me to do that. I do it once a week just to set up my spreads for every single week, and then usually about once a month I have a more in-depth planning session to get all of my monthly spreads ready, to do some self-reflection, that kind of thing. I know it can be a little bit intimidating, but if you've never given bullet journaling a try, I really suggest you do. And again, it's one of those things that's definitely not going to work for everyone, but I really love it, and so I think you should give it a try. My third habit that I swear by is making rituals, and what I mean by this is just kind of taking some of those everyday things and just turning it into something that's really special and intentional. So one of my favorite things is that anytime I'm sitting down for a long period of doing homework, editing, anything like that, I love to make myself a cup of coffee or some other type of drink that kind of just helps me get in the right mindset. Making that coffee kind of signals to my brain okay, this is time to work, which I think makes sense, especially here in the US. That is such a cultural thing, how coffee is tied to work, so it just makes sense for me to do that. But it's also kind of nice. I kind of think of that beverage as a little treat, and so I'm kind of rewarding myself, but to get that reward, obviously I need to sit down and do my work, and that's just one example. Another thing I really love to do is have a whole self-care ritual. So usually once a week I'll have a whole self-care night. So I shave, I moisturize, I foam roll, I just do all of those things that make my physical body feel really, really good. So again, it's a great way to take time for myself, but just making it feel more of a ritual, just Again, it's kind of one of those things that just signals your brain to be in a different headspace, a different perspective for a little while, and I think it just makes life a little bit more special when you find these little like pockets of really intentional living in your day. My fourth habit for you to try is to incorporate some type of meal prep, and this doesn't mean that you need to spend like 5 hours every single Sunday cooking. That definitely works for some people. It doesn't work for me, but there's ways that you can meal prep just in smaller ways that personally I find a lot more manageable. One of my favorite things to do is make my breakfast the night before. This is such a lifesaver during the school year, so I pretty much have overnight oats every single weekday during the school year. It's great because in the morning I already have the oatmeal made, I just have to microwave it and add a couple of toppings, and then I have a super nutritious, balanced, delicious meal to start my day. And another thing I love to do is when you're cooking dinner, most recipes are going to be for 4 people anyway, and so I will just make that full recipe even though I'm usually only cooking for myself, but I love it because then I have dinner for a couple more nights. And I know a lot of people hate on leftovers. I don't get it. I think leftovers are the best thing ever because you have a full, awesome meal. Some things even taste better after they've been in the fridge for like 24 hours because all the flavors like meld together, and so I just love it, and I don't have to worry about dinner for the next few nights. So just finding those really easy ways to make myself really healthy meals that don't have to be like this huge hassle is just, it works for me. And finally, my fifth habit. This one's a little bit less of a habit, not something you would probably do every day, but maybe once a month or so, and that is to have a do nothing day. And this is probably the newest of these habits that I've tried. I think I did that for the first time this year, and I think I only ever did it once or twice. But my kind of idea behind this isn't that you do nothing at all the entire day. It's just that I write nothing on my to-do list for the day. So when I wake up in the morning, there's nothing that I'm already thinking about, oh, I need to do this. I mean, there might still be some things, you know, just in the back of my head because obviously life is always going on, you know. But I haven't written anything down. I haven't committed to anything yet. And so instead when I wake up, it's like, like what do I want to do today? And it just kind of reframes your day, especially if you're like me and you're used to having like a big old to-do list, you like crossing things off. I love that most of the time, but sometimes it is nice to just kind of take a step back and really just live your life just for one day, just according to what you want to do. And I found that it didn't end up being that I just did nothing. I actually kind of wanted to do stuff, even wanted to do stuff I would normally do, especially because since I took that pressure off of having to do it, it made me want to do it more. So this actually might help you be more productive, which is nice sometimes. Not that life is always about productivity, but this is kind of a fun little way to change it up. And like I said, I've only done this a couple times, but it's definitely something I want to start doing more in the new year. I think it'd be a great thing to do like once every month, just to take that step back, kind of see what things you actually want to be doing and how you would live your life just if you could do whatever the hell you wanted, which I suppose you can. So those are my 5 habits that I really recommend you try out. I'm going to be trying these throughout the year, hopefully just as a great way to get this year started off on the right foot. I know a lot of us are hoping to do that, so definitely let me know if you try any of these, and leave a comment down below if there's any other habits that you swear by that you'd like to share. I would love to hear them. Please also give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you like this video. Like I said, I really want to get back into my YouTube game this year, so there will be more videos coming, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss them. And I've also been working a lot on my Instagram game, and I want to keep doing that in the new year, so make sure you go follow me over there. It's just at becca.gargiulo. It's always linked down below, super easy to find. I think that's all. I'm gonna quit rambling now. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all are already having a great start to the new year. I wish you all the happiness and just good vibes this year. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.